The Ministry of Power and Energy had planned to increase the share of renewable energy in electricity generation to 100% by 2030.
According to experts in this backdrop, going ahead with the proposed Sampur coal power plant raises many suspicions.
Over the past 2 days, Newsfirst highlighted the impact the Sampur coal power plant has on the environment, economy and the society at large. The objective of the Ministry of Power and Energy to increase the share of renewable energy is to combat climate change that is caused through the rise in global temperatures. Last year, the Ministry of Power and Energy introduced the Sri Lanka Energy Sector Development Plan for a knowledge-based economy from 2015 to 2025, aimed with a vision to capture the full potential of all renewable resources and increase the share of renewable energy in electricity generation to 100% by the year 2030. In 2013, the primary energy supply through coal was 4% and the plan hopes to drop that figure to 1% by the year 2030. A 500 megawatt coal power plant is proposed to be constructed in Sampur at a time when such a plan has been made to move towards renewable energy.
A coal power plant operates for 20 to 30 years. If there is a plan to establish it by 2020, then 10 years later it needs to be shut down. Otherwise, the plan made by the ministry will be of no use.
Some add that the agreement between India and Sri Lanka over the construction of the Sampur coal power plant also has issues.
It has been told to us, the Sri Lankan public, that these power plants are needed because of the energy need and the growth of our energy need in this country. If you really study that, that is a false scenario they have created because it's mere assumptions by the people in the CEB that this is going to be a rate of growth of demand, and based upon that they have created the curves. There are experts who show that this is patently false. But more than that, they argue that it's cheapest to use coal. Yes, it's cheapest to use coal if you externalize all the other costs. For instance, if you have this coal-fired power plant there, you need a huge transmission and grid system. Who pays for that? The Sri Lankan government. We do, not the CEB. So that is not costed into the cost of the energy produced from the power plant. Look at the infrastructure. Look at this very large jetty or this quay that will have to be made to transport the coal inside. Who bears the cost of that? We do. The Sri Lankan government does, not the CEB. So therefore that is not costed in. Look at the cost of the health to our public. That is not costed in. So by leaving out all the externalities, they have managed to show us into thinking that their estimation that coal is the cheapest is real. It is not.
The Ceylon Electricity Board says that a unit of electricity generated through the coal power plant will be priced between 5 and 8 rupees. However, experts say that taking the cost into consideration, the unit price could exceed 27 rupees.
The production cost is not the only thing that needs to be considered. The external cost and environmental destruction must also be taken into account. When you add that, the total cost will increase for coal power plants.
Experts say that rather than falling victim to health issues that arise due to coal power plants, places like Sampur must be used to generate green electricity that will not cause economical and environmental harm.
Why is Sri Lanka collecting such waste when there is an alternative? Clear air is a great source. We must not accept these projects under the influence of India. This is not good for the nation. We must tell India that we do not need coal and what we need is an alternative. Sampur is a great place for a wind power plant.